Meta ads can be quite a scary thing when you first look at it. You might just be used to just boosting posts and that's it and nothing else, or just doing a couple of social media posts. However, the campaign manager is really easy to use once you get a bit of a grip of it. There's a lot of stuff that you're going to ignore on it, in all honesty. We've done a lot of trials with Meta, a lot of case studies and things over the years with them, and we've learned an awful lot. We've had one case where Meta actually gave us £11,000 to spend on adverts over a 2-week period for us to try and see what is best. Do we go for campaigns with a very high budget, or do we go for a lot of campaigns with a small budget each to equal the same amount? You'd be pleased to know from those case studies, what we concluded was that going for multiple adverts with a much smaller budget forces the Meta algorithm to capture leads at a much lower cost for you. One thing we always used to struggle with was I wanted to scale things, and I'm sure you're the same as well. And for me, I was always a case of, look, if I can spend £10 and bring in, a lead, then I'll spend it. It was never the case. Whenever we kind of increased our budget, what we always saw was the number of leads didn't go up, but the cost per lead did, and you just wanted to spend the money. Very frustrating at the time, and we tried lots of different things, but it turns out lots of small little adverts with small budget gives you much lower spend, and that way you can keep increasing your adverts, the number of adverts that you've got, give it a little bit more budget, and that's now how we scale. So I'm actually about to do a big campaign, and we're going to be launching probably around about 7 or 8 different campaigns today, all with a very small budget of around about £10 to £15 per day. Obviously, I don't know what your budget is. You don't need to do as many as what we're doing, but with anything in life, if you want something, you need to have a marketing budget for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen today, and we're going to be able to watch me go literally from the start, from clicking the create button. We're going to generate leads. They're going to go through to the instant forms rather than landing pages, and I'll cover why as we go through. We used to use landing pages, but we're now finding instant forms is working a lot better. And then on top of that, you'll be able to see the bits that we ignore, what sort of messaging, what text we use, and then also you'll be able to see the creatives that we use for our adverts, and we'll set those live today on this video. I'll do a follow-up video later this week where I'll show you what we're getting, how many leads, what the cost per lead is, and also I'll let you know what the conversion rate is on it as well. So let's go to our screen here. Right, okay, so this is my campaign manager. Now I've got this just on for today, but you can see we create an awful lot of campaigns. So this over here is where we would click create. Okay, and I'm gonna go leads. Now I'm gonna do this in real time, so you don't need to, you're able to rewind this and watch it back. But I'm going to go through and I'll explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So first of all, my campaign name. So this is going to be my CSMC. So that stands for Cake Smash Model Call. Now I'm going to put today's date, which is 16th of Feb. Okay, now that just lets me know when I let the campaign go live. Okay, auction type, bidding type is auction, we'll leave that. I'm going to come down here, I'm going to keep it a campaign budget, and my daily budget for this is only going to be £15. Now I'm expecting this to generate hopefully 2 to 3 leads per day. That's not enough for me to be able to bring in what I need for my studio. However, it will, if I build this up with extra campaigns, I'll start to bring in the number that I'm after. Okay, so I'm going to come down here. So campaign bid strategy, you can change this, okay? So you can have it highest volume, or you can have cost per goal. However, I found if you keep this on the highest volume, it doesn't make a difference. You can do it where you're, it should give you better quality leads, which are more likely to convert. In my experience, that isn't the case whatsoever. Just makes your lead, your cost lead, a lot higher. So I would keep that as highest volume. You can do A/B split testing, but we're not going to do that today. We're not going to do any special ad categories. So we can click next on that. So the ad set names, you can leave these blank. But again, I'm not going to do that. Oh, it's the 16th of the 2nd, 26. So I just keep that. Now, The ad set, you can have different ad sets within a campaign. So this is really useful for later on if I decide I want to add another advert into this ad set. Maybe I'm going to have multiple on there. Again, for me, I'm just going through how we use this. You might use it differently, but I found that by doing it this way, we do get a much better, much lower cost per lead and higher conversions, which is good for us. So conversion, location, website and calls. We're going to click here. I'm going to go to instant forms and messenger. You can do website as well, but I'm not going to be doing that today. It's going to be instant forms and messenger. Okay, it's not going into that one. It's going to this one. Okay, so came with a little one and then saying that we haven't done our T's and C's, but we have done, which is good. So cost per result goal is none. Okay, we're going to leave that like that. We're going to leave all of this exactly the same. Now you can do a dynamic creative if you want to. What it'll do is you can then give it multiple pictures and things like that, and it'll cherry pick what seems to work the best. For us, we're not going to bother with any of that. We're going to keep this super simple for our first one. I will do like a full video on how we would go through doing stuff like that. Okay, so we're not going to do an end date. We're going to start it straight away. I'm going to use a catalog because we're not selling stuff here. This is just going to be for our model calls. So here we look at location. So I need to change this. Now, one thing that we've noticed is no matter how good an offer is, clients aren't willing to travel more than about 30 minutes for it. You do get the odd occasional one who will travel. So we're based up in Warrington. We have clients that come from London, from Plymouth, from Leeds, from Sheffield, from all over the place. They're very few and far between. They always spend when they come, but if I decide to advertise to the full UK, we'll get a lot of leads coming in, but we won't get very many bookings. It'd be quite interesting actually to do a United Kingdom one and see how many people do come for it. Okay, so I'm going to click in here. The first thing I'm going to do is type in my area. So I'm going to go for here. So because I've chosen this, what we find works best for us is about it's around about 26 kilometers. Doesn't want to play ball today. There we go. Okay, so now you can see my little area here. Okay. Now if I carry on down here, I'm not going to bother with anything else on the audience side and demographics and things like that. So if we do, will which people beyond this point is like to improve performance, include these customer audiences. So let's go here, show suggestions. So this here, now this is really important for me. I don't want people getting in touch who are over about the age of 45, okay? Just because once they go over that, it's grandparents getting in touch, and for us with photography, it needs to be the parent themselves that are getting in touch. Gender's here as well, and we change that, and it's going to be women only. Okay, so I'm keeping an eye on this down here. So we're still at 100%, which is good, and we're broad, which is great. So they are suggestions, okay, and it's important that we do that. If I go here, detailed targeting, I can start to put in demographics here. Now, we don't use this. We used to all the time. However, when we did our case studies, Meta told us don't do that. It's a great idea, but don't do it. It actually hinders us. We want a broad audience, okay? So we're gonna do that. And that is it. That's it. There's a lot more stuff that we can do here, but this is a super simple, super easy advert that we're gonna do. Okay, so we're gonna go to next. Okay, now this is where we're going to create our video. Oh, so not video, we're going to create whatever, you know, our advert creative is going to be. So ad name here is going to be Cake Smash Model Call, and this one will be we'll probably do a carousel. So I'm going to put car on that. In fact, we'll type it in. Oh. Be good if I could spell carousel. Why have I put an R there? Okay. Right, so I'm going to click down here. So first of all, it's already got my studio and everything there. I'm going to go carousel. Okay, multi-advertiser ads. And now I need to add my cards. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to add image cards. Okay, now I already have stuff ready to go that's already in here. So if I go click, 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 I'm going to hover over this one, which is black. Let's see. That's the one. We'll have that as well. So these are all Cake Smash model call ones that we've already done. So I will click continue on that. In fact, I'm going to add another picture, and that one is going to be, if I just go here, let's see. So you can see we've got a lot of stuff that's already in here, which works really, really well. Okay, we'll come away from that. Let me see, is there anything else? That's all it's giving me. Okay, yeah, no, we're gonna stick with just those for now. Okay, right, the primary text, okay. So, it's important that we fill all of these bits in. So we're going to do our primary text. We're also going to do this bit here. Now what we're going to do, let's do this one first. We're going to put sign up, I don't think works very well. Apply now is a good one. Get the offer or learn more. They tend to be the best ones that we've seen work. So for now, I'm going to go learn more, because that tends to be a nice soft one for your potential clients to see and go, oh, I'm not booking it right now, I'm going to learn more, so I'm going to give that a go. Okay, so the primary text that I'm going to pop here. So, calling all babies who are due their birthday in, nope, I'll tell you what, let's go Feb and March 2026. So we're going to change that. We're going to go first birthday. Okay, so first of all, that first line, the idea is I want the client to read that first line and go, that's me, that's my child. That's what we want to do. We want to grab their attention first. So calling all babies who are due their first birthday in Feb and March 2026. We are running a model call for babies due their first birthday to help us update the wall art in our new studio. So we've just moved studios and we're changing all the wall art so it matches the current studio we've got. Now you could do this for, say, a lookbook. Okay, you can change those on a regular basis, or if you've got a studio, you know, that's if you haven't got a studio. And if you have got a studio, you can change the wall art on a regular basis. If you're worried about, oh, I might do it too much and things like that, think about, you know, DFS. You know, they have a sale on every day of the year. Most places will have a sale on. They'll have their spring sale, their summer sale, their autumn sale, their winter sale, their Christmas sale, their New Year sale. There's always a sale going on. It's a call to action to bring people and get their attention to do it now. We're also always looking for it as customers. So if we go back to this then, so we're running a model call for babies due their first birthday to help us update our wall art in the studio as a thank you for to use your pictures. You will receive a £200 okay, let's go back and change these spelling mistakes. £200 gift certificate for free. You over £100 to spend on your pictures. So it's really important that we use the word pictures there, not images. Images, people just instantly start to think about digitals, and we want them to think about pictures, something physical going on the wall, because we can get an increased spend on that. Now, if you only sell digitals, I would say use the word images. Okay. Now this bit is important for me. Please note, all those who are successful. I'm using that because I want them to think that not everybody's going to get this, and again it'll give them that fear of missing out, so it just raises the the urgency and the intent for them to book in with us. So then I explain about the deposit. So we'll need to pay a fully refundable deposit at time of booking. So let's put the price in there as well. Fully refundable, £25 deposit at time of booking. If you cannot pay the deposit, please do not apply. Now you could go, but then you're going to lose some sessions here. Why would you put do not apply? Because they might still be able to do it or something like that. For me, if they can't afford the deposit, they're just not my client. They can, there's lots of other photographers out there, and there's enough work to go around absolutely everybody. But for me, these are my rules. Get some rules in place for your studio and don't bend them would be my advice as well. Especially when it comes to, for us, we find that our bad reviews tend to come from people where we've bent the rules. People respect rules, and even though they might whinge about them or whatever else, everybody's getting treated the same and nice and fair. Once you start to tweak things for one person, then it's not fair on somebody else. Once you tweak it for one person as well, the relationship between you and the client changes. They're now in control, and if you have your rules and your principles in place and stick with them, you will definitely get a better response from your clients. That's all I need to put on there. It's very, very simple on that. Now there's this bit down here where I can have different variations. Okay, what it will do is it'll just tweak and change it. Now it's worth reading these, don't just go straight into it. So Connell 2025 babies, are you turning 1 in February, March? When home for double little models featuring a newborn wallet, return 625 gifts, no step up need to pay. That's a good one, we can keep that one. Babies turning 1 in February, March, when the home for the models. Okay, that's good. I need you. Okay, we can keep all of those, that's good. So we'll keep ticks on them and we'll use all of those, which is great. Okay, so then if I come down, these are all of my forms. Now they're very easy to create a form. You literally will just go through, click this button here and you're able to go through and just set them all up. But if I go here, cake smash, high volume, no date of birth, okay, that's this form here. So you can see straight away, I've already got this on, okay, so again, you can pause and copy this if you're doing a model call as well. Then when you're creating a form, just follow the steps bit by bit, and I'll ask you what are you after. So we're after phone number, email, full name. We've already got our privacy policy, which is important. You need to have that set up on your website, and you just put a link to it. And then that's the thank you that they would get as well. That is everything. Now all I need to do then, okay, is pretty much just publish this and it's good to go. Turn that off, so that's saying that I will overspend at the moment if I'm not careful. That's it, it will then process. It'll take around about maybe anywhere from say 5 minutes up to maybe 24 hours. There's no rhyme or reason for it. It's very frustrating. If you need an advert to go live today and it's just not getting authorized, my advice is take it down and put it back up again. Just start again from scratch. And that is it. That's literally how easy it is to get an advert going up on that. That was literally done on the fly, that video. So it's not as if I've polished this and I've gone through it or anything like that. It's so simple to get them up. There are a lot of other things that I can go through that we do use on some of our adverts. But for something like this, it's just a broad advert that we throw out there. And it works so well. In fact, it's one of the ways that we've always done our adverts. You can get very specific, but what you find is your cost per lead goes up. Now you need to have a very high conversion rate if you're going to start putting the cost per lead going up. And if you do have that and you do other things, put something in the comments for me, let me know what bits I've missed out there, that why haven't I done this, and I'll go through it in a lot more detail. I'll get back to you straight away. But I hope that's been useful for people, just to show you how easy it is to get an advert on there. Now, one of the things, because it's Meta also owns Instagram. So what's going to happen there is that advert will go out in so many different places. It'll be crazy. You'll see where it goes. Now, you then need to go through and watch how many leads come through. Okay, we have a CRM that will grab that lead from Meta and we'll get it straight away, live timings. Okay, now for us, we have a 5-minute target. We try and get in touch with everybody within the first 5 minutes of that lead coming through. If you can do that, then the conversion goes right the way up through the roof. Makes a massive difference. Don't leave them and go, oh, I've got loads of leads coming in over the weekend, I'll phone them on Monday. They'll be cold leads by then. They'll forget who you are. So for us, for that reason, we don't advertise over the weekends. What we find is most of our leads come through during the week, and we're able to get most bookings during the week. The weekend is a bit of a tough slog. If you're doing well on the weekend on the bookings, please put a comment down for me and let me know that, because it'd be good to kind of touch base with you, and maybe you can help us. But yeah, I hope that's been useful for you. And yeah, I will see you in the next one.